Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, degenerates of all ages, welcome to yet another lovely edition of that Fuzzing Rock Show here on, let's see, Facebook, Nippertown, and YouTube. Of course, we are, that's where we're located now. Facebook, folks that are watching right now, I need 5 more follows on Facebook to hit 1,700. So if you're not following yet, click that follow button for me. Let's get to 1,700 before the night's over. That would really tickle my fancy. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, we're over at YouTube at That Fuzzing Rock Show over on YouTube and Facebook. You can find us at facebook.com/That Fuzzing Rock Show. Insta and TikTok is at That Fuzzing Rock Show. Subscribe, follow, like, share. Do the same over at Nippertown. How's that? Speaking of Nippertown, what's up, brother?
Hey, brother.
How you doing, man?
So I don't think I've been on the show since the you've gotten the neon.
It's so pretty, isn't it?
In the basement. I haven't seen Studio B.
I can't stop looking at it. And I put blue behind me tonight. I kind of digging that whole like blue white thing, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I change shit around all the time, dude. I'm like neurotic with that shit.
Very cool though. It's
cool.
You know,
I mean, I'm not cool, so I got to do something cool. You know what I mean? So I was just talking about Nippertown. You got this little thing on Nippertown called Capital Underground. 1 hour of local music every week. It is on a short break right now. I believe there's going to be a big end of the year extravaganza with Capital Underground. I think that's in the works right
It's a
now.
short break, but there's like 30 some odd episodes out
38.
there, 38.
Yep.
And, we're over 70,000 listens.
That's a lot of listens.
And
That's
that's just
crazy.
local. That's just local music. So over 70,000 listens.
There's a comma after the 70.
Yeah.
70,000. It's hard to believe that those numbers are out. I mean, it's weird when you look at like, and this is all kind of like nerdy behind the scenes stuff, but when you look at like your algorithms and your just your viewership and listenership or whatever you want to call it, you look at it sometimes and you're like, where are all these people? Like, how am I talking to all these people at once? Because I see tiny numbers, you know what I mean?
I study it. I'm a geek. I mean,
Of
you
course,
know
I
this
do
about me,
too.
right? So I'm in I'm in looking at the numbers constantly, daily, unique visitors daily. I mean, I don't look at the numbers daily, but I look at them on a daily perspective. So if I go in a couple times a week, I'm looking at like, well, how did we do on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? So I kind of know what articles and what, when things go. And yeah, the site, nippertown.com, the site itself, easily over 100,000 page views a month.
That's staggering. I mean, and that's,
and we have all local content.
yeah, that's the best part. Rosemary, good evening. Bonus, nice to see you, my man. Good to see you. Yeah, it's the numbers are kind of crazy, and I just sit here and talk nonsense for an hour, hour and a half a week. But then, like after the show, I watch it over again to see what I can improve on, and then I look at how many views I had, which it's not my. I mean, it's after the show, it's usually like 100 and something views, and then I look at the 518 live concerts, my personal page, and then kind of add them all together, and that's my first opinion of how I did to myself, anyways. But then you look at the number the next day or the day after or something like that, and it triples or quadruples. Like more people watch the replay than they do live.
And that makes sense. I love when we have live people because we could see the live chat and the comments and all that good stuff. And I think that's motivating. But remember growing up, must see TV on Thursdays or whatever. So if you didn't catch a show at 8 o'clock on a Thursday night, you missed that show for the week.
No.
We don't live in that world anymore. And our kids never even knew that world. What do you mean you had to watch a show at 9 o'clock? We were watching a show whenever you want because it's on Hulu or it's on Netflix or it's on whatever, one streaming service or another. So we're just another streaming service. So we know we start at 7 o'clock. It's a convenient time. But people who are getting home at 9, 10 o'clock at night, that's what they're telling me. It's like, they're throwing it on. They're throwing on the interview. They're throwing a good week or so after I do an interview, I'm still getting likes and the views are still going up. And it's mind blowing because we're seeing like the live count and it's so wrong. Like it's so weird. Like
Yeah, it's like I'm showing 9 on my screen right now, but there's a lot more watching than that. The way it works, guys, is, and this is kind of behind the scenes geeky stuff, but the way it works is the number that's in the corner of the screen. I don't even know if that shows up on the live viewing or not, but that number, it says, between 10 and 9, it was just up to 11 there a couple seconds ago. That's the people that actually click the video and watch it for, and sit there and watch it. If you don't click into it, if you're scrolling and you see the video and you just turn the sound on, it only counts if you watch for more than 3 seconds, I think it is. So that's another view. So
and it's got to be live. If they're on a delay, it doesn't go into that number.
Right.
And we don't want to stick on that. That's kind of boring stuff, but it's the stuff that we have to pay attention to, or we do pay attention to. That's why, like when I did the interview with Kevin McCrell on on Tuesday, and I was seeing the numbers getting into like the 20s and stuff. I was like, all right, I know by the time I'm done with that, there's going to be over 200 views. And that's, a few minutes after the show, I'd look and it's like, oh yeah, over 200 views. So it's almost 10 times what you see in the number.
Yeah. Thanks, Alyssa, by the way. And good evening. Jess, hi, nice to see you here.
Do you know Alyssa, by the way?
What's that?
Do you know Alyssa?
I do not. I've never met her.
Alyssa is part of the Nippertown family. She's
Yes,
an incredible photographer, incredible, great writer. If you have seen any of the photos pretty much any of the photos from Plush, Mariah Formica, up until this last tour, they were all Alyssa's. A lot of the shots for Madison were all Alyssa. So you've seen her work.
Yeah, absolutely. Very talented.
Yeah. Anyway, I like doing shout outs to people who are a part of the family.
Well, dude, our family's out there. You know what I mean? We gotta take care of our own. So also as far as Capital Underground goes, that's Ralph's little project. Exclusively on nippertown.com.
I love it.
And he also does this thing called Shuffle Extreme, which is shuffleextreme.com. It's an internet-based radio. I don't want to say station. It's like a radio stream. And it's 24 hours. He programs a lot of good stuff in there. 70s to today. I mean, whatever you want, it's going to be on there eventually. So make sure you guys go checking out that shuffleextreme.com. They just added a new DJ yesterday. It was announced, and that's me.
FUZZ.
I'm going to be the first Shuffle Extreme DJ. That's going to be the new year.
I talked to Ralph today, and I think I'm going to try to do a block a week, a 1 hour, at least a 1 hour, because my time. And I know he wants it to be 3 hours, so I'll try to do a 3 hour, but I think it's going to be like 1 hour. And I have to figure out what I want, because the Shuffle Extreme covers everything. So It's not just local, it's not just whatever. And we're not competing against EXT or WEQX. Those stations we are going to support. I love those stations.
Absolutely.
WAMC, but really EXT and EQX to me, I look at as our local leaders of radio.
They're almost Nippertown family too.
I mean, they really are.
Yeah.
I was on EXT this evening. So we're not really competing there. So I don't want to go, I talked to him and I don't want to do my show like all local, but I'm so local focused. What I'm thinking I might do is, how I like doing on this day in history?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about taking a week of history and saying, on this day, 20 years ago, Skinless played. Here's a song from Skinless. On Tuesday, Primus played The Palace. Here's a song from that show. Like that. So it would be a national bands, but with a local tie-in, because
I'm a local tie-in. Yeah, that's perfect, dude. That's a good idea.
It makes sense for me, right? Like what I like.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Jess. And Matt, yes, you're right. It does depend on where you're watching, because if you're watching it over on YouTube, you'll only see one or two. My page, you'll see a couple. Nippertown, you'll see probably the most. I probably get the most love for Nippertown, if I'm being honest. I mean, that's where I get most of my views from. But I mean, Nippertown's just badass.
I'm always watching.
I know you are. So we have this thing. It's called the Mark-A-Wish benefit. It's coming up at Chrome. It's going to be at Chrome in Waterford, New York. It is support for Mark Garrett, who unfortunately was diagnosed with colon cancer, stage 4 colon cancer. He's fighting like a motherfucker, and the dude's strong. But he does need help. We're gonna try and raise some money for him, help him out with bills and whatnot. Sunday, January 9th, 2 to 6 p.m. Again at Chrome in Waterford, New York. There's going to be raffles there, 50/50s, and 4 bands. And all 4 bands are bands that Mark was in. It's Uncivil Liberty, Max Thrust, China White, and Super 8-6. I always forget one. The 4th one, I'm always like,
Max Thrust and China White are legendary.
Jimmy's flying up from South Carolina to be here for that. That's cool. He's just a good dude. Jim Magilton he's always been a good dude. You know what I mean? But yeah, all 4 bands are going to play. Of course, they're getting sit-in drummers, which is cool. But I believe there's going to be a live feed where Mark can see the crowd can see Mark, and he's going to watch the show live with you guys out in the crowd, which is going to be pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Technology.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Well, we're going to try anyways. We'll see what happens. There is a Venmo open now for it. The Venmo is Mark a Wish Benefit. So at Venmo, it'll be at Mark a Wish Benefit. There's been generous donations so far. We definitely appreciate the ones coming in. Keep them coming, guys. And you can also see Holly Stoffer cash and gift card donations. Put that card away. Oh my God, I'm so old.
Stretch.
Yeah, dude, I'm getting old, man. Next week on the show, we're gonna have some of the boys, maybe all of the boys from Murderers Row in. That's gonna be an adventure for sure. Those guys always know what a good time is. We're gonna talk about their upcoming show at Empire Live, and probably some shows into the new year that they got coming up, and we'll just see what the boys have been up to.
Yeah,
that'll be awesome. Next week. There's an article
and the week after that, we're gonna have your birthday show.
Yeah, that's coming up, and your birthday's coming up as well. So we should just combine them. The Jim and Fuzz birthday extravaganza.
I'm going to interview you. I'm going to find out what's deep inside of Fuzz.
You don't want that, dude. Nobody wants that. Believe me. Nobody.
I'm going to grab the fuzz out of the belly button.
Nobody wants that, bro. So over on Nippertown, there's a Chevy Chase article that just popped up yesterday. Chevy was at the Palace you went to it. They watched the movie, and then Chevy came out for a Q&A. And
we went and saw National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
We being the Queen and you.
With 3,000 other people. It was crazy. Never seen a movie with that many people. And it was good. It was a little bit like Rocky Horror. There were some definitely parts where people shouted out the lines, but not inappropriate. It wasn't like it wasn't annoying. So that was kind of cool. It was a festive experience. Chevy came out in a wheelchair, and then he walked over to his seat. He was there with his wife and moderator. And the dude is showing, he's 78 years old. He's showing all his age, you know? And
I saw the pictures. He's definitely showing his age, but sorry, go ahead, continue.
Oh no, he's showing his age, but it was really cool. It was a fun time. I know there's a lot of mixed reviews because he had a hard time answering questions, and it was moderated. So there's questions up on stage, and then there's a lot of people trying to shout stuff out from the audience. And that's confusing anyway. Like I've seen younger people on stage be confused by that because you can't really hear the person in the audience.
Yeah.
They're not mic'd, but you take somebody who's 78 and, and let's face it, Chevy Chase he lived life fast and hard, right?
Oh, yeah, to say the least. I mean, all that coke's got to have some effect on your skull.
I was going to say, he didn't just see snow in the wintertime. It was snowing for Chevy year round for a while there.
Right. Yeah, for all of them, though. I mean, that was the thing to do in the time,
I mean, it killed Belushi. It killed Chris Farley in the 90s, later than that. A lot of ththose guys, though, but Belushi in his era. And no, it was cool. It was really special. It was cool. And I got to photograph him. What was cool too.
And Laura wrote an article. It's on nippertown.com, guys. Check it out. It's a really well written article. I dig it. So you guys go check it out. And also coming soon to this show, I'm going to have a music teacher from Shaker High School, Brian Austin, is going to be joining me. We're going to talk about I've always been curious about the process of teaching, especially with music, because it's math is what it is. There's a book and here you go. Music is, there's a lot more finesse to it than, adding 2 + 2 or reciting when the, Spanish American War was. There's a lot more to it. I want to find out, how that process works.
What
And
was
talk
he
to him.
also Mariah's and Madison's teacher? Aren't they both from Shaker?
It could be. I'm not sure how long he's been at Shaker for, but yeah, technically they could have been in his class, whether it was orchestra or band, or I think he does the orchestra mainly, but I think he does music tech, and he's a smart guy as far as like music technology goes. Like, he's smart. It's also my kid's teacher, so I kind of have an in, you know what I mean? I'm like, hey, ask him if he wants to be on the show. Then I just sent him a message and asked him, and he said, yeah, he'd love to. So
That's really cool.
yeah, it's gonna be a good time. And last but not least, as far as the opening of the show goes, if you're interested in an advertisement on Nippertown or to sponsor this show, you can get in touch with Amy at nippertown.com. Amy is our marketing guru. Is that what we're going to call her?
Account manager.
Account manager. All right. So she's our account manager guru, and you can get in touch with her, or you can talk to me directly about that sponsorship of this show. Anyways, yeah, that's where we're at with that. Now, unfortunately, a couple days back, Kentucky was just absolutely ravaged with a tornado, an EF4 tornado. Direct hit was in Mayfield. Western Kentucky was probably the hardest hit. Dawson Springs, Kentucky lost 75% of all their homes. 75%. I mean, imagine that. Imagine if that hit like the town of Colony and 75% of the homes were just gone. What do you do? Like, what do you do when you come up out of like a storm cellar and it's just everything's leveled? What do you do? I couldn't even imagine these people. I mean, and so close to the holidays and stuff. It's just, it's devastating, and it's sad. It's really sad.
It is so sad. And the storms are still going through. So like today or yesterday, there was more storms, 5 more people or something like that died from the storms, right?
And there's still people missing too.
So
I think they're down to 16 missing still.
We have our distribution center for my day job is down in Kentucky, and they're in the middle of the state, so it's not affecting them as much, but it's scary.
Dude, there was 5 states that were affected by this. Obviously, Kentucky was hit the hardest, but Arkansas, Missouri, Tennessee, and Illinois also. That's a massive tornado, man. Holy shit. I can't even imagine that, dude. The wind blows here. It's like, I hear the windows rattle a little. I'm like, Jesus, that's strong wind. You can imagine what a friggin' tornado would be like. Holy fuck, man.
And I know you don't get political and stuff, but I heard that the Biden said he isn't sure if it's global warming or not or whatever. And I'm like, I just had to do a double take, and I was like, wait, who's in the office again? Who's in the Oval Office? First of all, it's not global warming, it's climate change. But look at everything that's happening. Look at what it's out today. It's 60 degrees out there today.
Well put, Alyssa. Well put. No better time to appreciate what you have after you survive a disaster like that, especially Christmas. You got that right. And there is, I mean, everybody's pitching in. There's donations coming in from all over the place. I guess the main one is Red Cross. Red Cross is always, you can be confident that your money is getting used for the right thing and not going in somebody's pocket. So, Red Cross would be my bet. If you guys are interested in donating anything to that would probably be your best bet. But I mean, look online. There's a bunch of places that are taking disaster relief and stuff like that. So
scary.
So yeah, our hearts go out to them. Hopefully they can turn it around and at least try to enjoy some sort of the holidays. You know what I mean? Yeah, I saw that too. There was the candle factory in Amazon. They were told they were going to get fired if they didn't stay. They wouldn't let people leave the candle factory, and people unfortunately lost their lives in that. That's horrible. I mean, I know what I would have done if I was at my job and my boss said, I'm like, yeah, okay, fire
But
me.
it's their living. I mean, if they, you don't like when you have a boss that says you can't leave,
Yeah.
and these guys are probably, I mean, they're working at a candle factory. It doesn't even matter you're working at a candle factory. How many people are paycheck to paycheck?
Yeah, true.
And you're paycheck to paycheck right around the holidays. You're not leaving. Like it's easy to say we would leave, but reality is
Well,
we
dude, I
need
had
this
the
crap.
union. I had the union behind me, so I would have been okay. I think, anyways. I mean, they're not
Well,
as strong as
Amazon,
they
you're
used to
definitely
be.
not going to have a union.
No,
Um,
no, for sure you're not.
I mean, they're union busting left and right. And yeah. Speaking of unions, did you see that Starbucks in the United States, the one in Buffalo, has their first unionized shop?
No, did they really?
Yeah.
Nice,
Starbucks out in Buffalo became the first unionized Starbucks.
nice.
So,
Sorry for the background noise. Launching my monster can. So we're getting near Christmas time. Do you have any, or let's talk to Nipper. Does Nipper have any favorite Christmas songs besides like the barking dogs doing Jingle Bells? I mean, that's got to be his favorite, right?
I, you know, I don't know. I'll get back to you. I have to look and are there dog Christmas songs?
There's one that the dogs do. That dogs bark Christmas carols. They bark. I'm sorry, Jingle Bells.
Yeah, the dogs barking jingle bells. Yeah, Charlie Brown Christmas maybe because Snoopy, right?
Yep.
Um, I have my favorite,
What is your favorite?
Little Drummer Boy,
Which one?
David Bowie.
And Bing Crosby, right?
Yeah.
That's on my list. Yep. Bing and Bowie,
Uh,
Drummer Boy.
I like rocking around the Christmas tree. The Brenda Lee, the original.
Ah, there you go.
Laura has me listening to something. You Make Me Feel Like Christmas by Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton right now. So that's like my one for the year. Yeah.
Andy
Hendrix
Morrison.
has a version of Little Drummer
Yep.
Boy.
Jess says Snoopy and a Red Baron. Yeah, chat. What do you guys think? Do you guys have a favorite Christmas carol or Christmas song? I can't listen. I have a rule every year. Me and my kid knows this every year. It doesn't officially start my holiday spirit, quote unquote, until I hear Springsteen Santa Claus is coming to town. I have to hear that every year. Otherwise, I could care less about Christmas. If I don't listen
Hey,
to it,
can we talk about capitalism for a second? Springsteen sold his catalog for $500 million to Sony.
did he really?
500 mil.
I didn't even see that, dude. Oh my God.
Good for him.
Happy Christmas by John Lennon. Yeah, that's a staple.
So on morning coffee on Sunday, Laura and I are going to actually talk about how much Christmas music is too much.
I don't know what that link is, Matt. Sorry, buddy. I can't click links off that.
The Indigo Girls do have a good Christmas album.
Fall on your knee. Oh my. That's a Christmas carol. Oh, look at this. The RCA Victor 1964 compilation for Nipper. Nice. Well done, Matt. Excellent job.
I like The Seasons Upon Us. The Dropkick Murphys. And of course, Father Christmas, the Figs version, right?
The Kinks version also is a good one.
But the Figs version.
Well, of course. I mean, also headlining Nipperfest, co-headlining Nipperfest.
Yeah.
Did I drop that at the right time? Was that good?
That's all good.
Brian Setzer's Run Run Rudolph. Totally dig that rockabilly. Billy Squires, Christmas is a time to say I love you. That's another good one.
Man, if they like rockabilly Christmas, go to the Hangar Saturday night. Johnny Rabb is going to be there with the Jailhouse Rockers.
Yeah.
Their Christmas party.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's going to be fire Saturday night.
Is that the best bet or no?
I don't know. I'm going to be at. I don't think it is. I'm going to be at the McCrell's at the Egg. I think the best bet. I'm not sure. I think it's might be the Toy Drive. It might be the one at No Fun. There were so many good shows Saturday night. Like there's too many good shows Saturday night.
Exactly. It's hard to pick, right?
Like I was looking through and I was doing the EXT radio spot and I was going through like all the Christmas stuff and I was like, or just the shows Saturday night in general. Oh, I know what the best bet for Saturday night is. State champs. They're back in town. It's their last show of the year. They're going to be at Empire Live. Talk about local boys do good. I can't hear you.
They're kicking ass. I had my mic muted because I was vaping. I don't like this noise.
But yeah, no, they're amazing. But there are so many shows. If you like live music and you don't go out Saturday night, yeah, it may be the top night of. I don't know if it's the top night of the year. We've had some really incredible nights, but Saturday night is really good.
Janine, there's no way you like that TSO song. You can't stand TSO. What are you talking about?
Man, have you seen TSO in concert?
I have not, and she's gonna yell at me for that. I know
you should see TSO in concert.
Well, we were
even
talking
if it's
about
just
that.
to complain about it, but you should go see him.
We were talking about that on the crew last night. I've seen videos, obviously, of it, and I mean it's probably nothing like being there in person, I'm sure, but it seems like that's more of like it's not even a show; it's like an experience.
Yeah, it is. It's an experience. There are concerts that are experiences. And you don't have to like the music. Like I'll go see Kiss and I'm not a fan of Kiss's music, but to go see him live is an experience you should experience, right?
Absolutely.
You know, there's just other shows like that. And I know there's a lot of Kiss fans and whatever, and that's fine. They can, I don't fault them for that. But you should go for the experience. The Surprise the Lasers hasn't killed more camera sensors at TSO. I've shot TSO, and you're right. There's lasers all over the place. But it's well choreographed. They have an East Coast team, a West Coast team. They have a few local players from here. It's a good experience.
Well, I will have to go check that out then, sir. If you're recommending it, then I'll have to go check it out.
Yeah, they used to do it at the Palace. Now, this year, I don't think it's being done around here at all. But the last time I saw it was at TU Center, soon to be the MVP Arena.
MVP Arena, that's right.
Bob Rivers' Christmas is the best. I Am Santa Claus.
That's a good one.
It is a good one. Andy could probably really pull that song off too.
Oh, I'm sure.
He's pretty incredible.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna play a music video. It's not even a video. It's like a picture with old music on it. And this is Deneen. You're gonna get a kick out of this one. This is the band Legion. It's from the early 80s. It's a song called "Nice Guys Finish Last," and you can tell it's the 80s just by and it may even be like a 79. I don't even know, but it's definitely early in the 80s. This is the band Legion. They're local. They changed their name to Blind Legion like right after this single came out. But this is a band called Legion. Nice Guys Finish Last. Check it out. See, Danina, I told you I was going to pull that one out from way back when.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude. When I found it, I was like, oh my God, I got to play that for sure. So I got,
are you going out Friday night with us?
I am.
You're going to be at Putnam Friday night.
I will be at Putnam Place Friday evening. Yep. Absolutely.
Yep. So is Laura and I. We're all going. So we welcome everybody to join us. It's going to be Sean Kelly of the Samples. Not really holiday music, but
no, it's going to be a good night, though. It's going to be fun.
And I will bring some Nipper swag. If people grab me, I'll have something for them.
And I'll bring some that Fuzzing Rock Show swag. How's that?
Yeah, there you go.
We'll have a bunch of swag up there. So yeah, join us at Putnam Place Friday night. And then Saturday is a mystery. I don't know what I'm going to do Saturday.
I'm going to go to the McCrell's, but there's Sydney Worthley is going to be at Lark Hall. There's also, I mean, there's so much going on. Like I said, Johnny Rab, you can't go wrong there. Fuse Box has a show, and they have their liquor license now. Congratulations, Traj.
Yep. Traj, yeah.
State Champs is going to be our best bet, but right downstairs is the Holiday Toy Drive. Pony and the Pancake, Electric Turtle, Haley Moley. I mean, that show at No Fun in Troy, Beargrass, the Abysmals, Thinner Friends, fire. That show's going to be fire. Somebody did the fire emoji. I'm doing the fire emoji in my head. That show's going to be fire. There's just so much.
I think there's something. Isn't there something at the AOH too? The Erotics, the Vava Voodoos, and that's Saturday too, right?
Yeah. That one's Saturday night too, right?
Yeah. It's the Erotics, Vava Voodoos, Blackhead Elliott, and Brother T, I believe.
Yeah, so there's a lot of music.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Troy has a little speakeasy, and the address isn't known, right? So it's a little underground thing. And on Friday night, they have a band playing called Deep Slut.
I like Deep Sluts.
Just saying. That's the Friday, like that's the deep cut.
to say the least.
The deep cut. So that's going to be at the Troy Speakeasy. We have these little pop-ups. I'm also finding out, like in Albany, SUNY Albany and stuff. Alyssa, they use my name and don't invite me. That's awful. They have these little pop-ups at SUNY Albany too. They have like these basement concerts that you have to text, and then they'll text you the address if they want you there or not. And then it changes, and there's this whole underground scene going around. And we used to have that too, like after hour scenes and stuff where like you go somewhere or whatever and be a private show.
Yeah, us old men, it's called Studio 54.
Yeah, but we had that, so it's not a big surprise they have that now for the kids. And it's funny, I'm an old man, so I find out about them. And people are like, "Are you gonna go?" I'm like, I'm not gonna go. If I walk into a place like that, I look like a narc. I look like somebody's grandfather's coming.
No, they're gonna all jump up and be like, "Oh my God, it's the mayor! It's the mayor!"
Yeah, right. But it's cool to see that stuff still going on, though.
Yeah, man, for sure. I dig that, man. I wouldn't mind doing that now, but like you said, yeah, I'm too old for that shit, man.
Well, it'd have to be early. Because by 11, 12 o'clock, I'm kind of done.
Right. Yeah, we're too old for that shit, man.
I like some of these I like these venues. One of the best things about COVID is that shows moved earlier. So things are actually starting earlier and on time. That started happening during COVID. I'm like, all right.
Now, have you noticed that the big shift in live music has been everybody always wanted to be the headliner. They wanted to play last and close the night out. Everybody wanted to be the headliner. Now everybody wants to play early. The earlier you get on, the better. Like everybody wants to play early now.
Well, because they realized you know, it's second from headliner. That's the direct support that's the spot.
That
That's the
is the
money
spot.
spot.
Yeah,
That's money.
absolutely.
Not for Nipper Fest though, because I think we're gonna have a late night stage somewhere as well in Schenectady after because the curfew is at 10.
Right,
So
right.
we're not gonna stop with the figs. We're gonna find another place and we're gonna keep going.
So, are we going to text people and let them know if we want them there or not?
No, we're inviting all 2,000-3,000 people.
Just come on, let's go.
Just come on, let's go.
Wow. Yeah, that's going to
Uh,
be that'll be fun.
it will be fun. Will be.
I mean, the whole day is going to be fun for what it is. It's going to be amazing.
Can we show people your shirt?
I can try. I don't know how far back I got to go, but we'll give it a shot.
Do you have pants on tonight?
I do not.
Okay, so be careful.
I'm going to
They
try,
might
man.
see something they don't be a salty bitch. The Morton girl.
That's right.
Yeah, you did well. You did well. You covered up the fuzz.
Fuzzy Junior. So the other day I ordered I like having a bunch of shirts for the show. So it doesn't, I'm not wearing the same thing every time, you know what I mean? Because if you like the jerseys, it was like I had the jersey and I liked wearing it. So it was like you'd see it like every other show and it looked just kind of stupid. So I try to switch the shirts up. I got a bunch of new ones for you guys and they're pretty awesome. This is one of them. So
I think I have probably a flannel for every day. As you can see, even on the back of my chair, so I have my flannel on, and then on the back of my chair, I have my quilted flannel for when I'm a little chillier, and then I might have too many flannels. I'm a product of the grunge. What can I say?
and behind him he has one that's encased in glass that says in case of emergency break glass, so that you always have a.
Yeah. Do you see?
Stop
Did
it,
you see
Denise,
this
stop
right
it.
here? I have Santa Claus in my background.
That is a Kevin McCrell, correct?
That is a Kevin McCrell.
He does some amazing artwork. I didn't even know that his art was out there. He's a talented dude, man.
And this whole background is going to change. It's going to get simplified. I have a lot of going on.
Try simplifying this. No, thank you. I'm just gonna leave it.
I have you right there.
That's right. Me playing
That
fetch
was
with
cool.
Nipper.
I think we probably told this story. I had this idea. I said, can you picture you playing fetch with a microphone with Nipper and Nipper fetching and getting? And you tell Myron, and all of a sudden that comes out like a day later.
Yeah, it was quick. He's fast, man. Listen, you guys know, Jesse, it's always no pants. Oh, look at that. There she is.
So can I say, and this is probably a bad thing, I work from home now all the time. I have not done a meeting. Not only have I not done it with no pants, I have not done it in pajama bottoms or shorts. Maybe shorts in the summertime.
You don't know what you're missing, bro.
But I mean,
it's freedom. It's just absolute freedom.
Yeah. Maybe I don't. I have a leather-ish chair. I'd stick to it.
Well, I do too.
Yeah,
that's half the fun of it is that peeling when you stand up,
Yeah, but don't you leave a little bit of green dye when you stand up? A little bit green dye down there.
There is not really. It's kind of hardwood floors down there, but if we really want to get into this whole thing, but so anyways, chat, I have this thing I found on Loudwire. It is the top metal songs of the year, the top metal song of the year from 1970 to today's date. And I went down, I think I got to like 19. I do Manscaped, you're right. You guys know. So it goes from 70 to today's date. I did not go through the rest of them because I wanted to be a surprise for me and you guys at the same time. So I'm going to start at 1970 and work my way towards today's date. So in 1970, the song Black Sabbath from Black Sabbath was #1 metal song of the year.
iconic that those bands used to do that. That they're one of their biggest first singles were the band name, right?
Yep.
Like that was an iconic thing. I
Yep.
loved that.
You know what the runner-up song was?
No.
Paranoid from Black Sabbath.
Of course. Well, back then, I mean, that they invented metal, right? I'm sure 1971 was Sabbath too.
71 was Sweet Leaf from Sabbath. Runner-up was Children of the Grave from Sabbath.
Two of my favorite songs. Can I give the local tie-in to all these?
Absolutely.
So we have a local band called Owl with Chris Wise, who's from Clifton Park, Dan Dinsmore, who everyone knows from Over It. They have a band Owl. This past year during the pandemic, they redid Children of the Grave, and they have a video out for it, and it's a 360 video. So go check that out. Children of the Grave by Owl, and Chris Wise plays the upright bass.
Is it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube, yeah.
All right.
Is that going to be boring if I do the local tie-in?
No, absolutely not.
I might have local on my brain too much. You guys might be right.
72 was Supernaut from Black Sabbath. 73 was Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. The runner-up to 73 was Black Sabbath, Killing Yourself to
But
Live.
I do want to say that the runner-up for 72 was not Black Sabbath.
No, the runner-up to 72 was Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water.
Everybody knows how to play that one.
Pretty much everybody, yes.
73 was the year I was born.
73 was? I was born in 70. I started off with Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. That was me.
No, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath was me.
Or I'm
Black
sorry,
Sabbath was you.
Black Sabbath. That's right. 74, Deep Purple's Burn. Runner-up was Queen, Stone Cold Crazy.
Oh, I don't know if that's metal.
No, I didn't think so either, but it's their list, not mine, you know. Rainbow in 1975 with Man in the Silver Mountain. Great song. And the runner-up was Sabbath with Symptom of the Universe. That is probably my favorite Sabbath song, Symptom of the Universe. 76 was Judas Priest, Victim of Changes, off of Sad Wings of Destiny. Runner-up was Rainbow Stargazer. 77, and this one surprised me. This one surprised me to beat out Priest, but was the Scorpions with Sails of Charon. And Priest Sinner was the runner-up. That surprised me that it beat it out, but it did. 78, Hellbent for Leather from Priest was number one. Beyond the Realms of Death was the runner-up.
And this is where the reins were beginning to, we were getting people into the metal world in the late 70s, right?
And, yeah, that and at Sabbath, Sabbath lost Ozzy pretty soon, so.
Yeah, right.
This 79, Motorhead with Overkill. Scorpions Love Drive was the runner-up. That whole Overkill album was just amazing. I miss Lemmy, dude. 1980, Ozzy solo, Crazy Train off Blizzard of Oz. Probably my favorite solo Ozzy album. Runner-up was Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell. That had to hurt, right?
Yeah, no, and now you're getting into the 80s where I was beginning to, maybe not quite yet, but I was beginning to get into more of this music. I was about 9, 10 or 10 years old, I guess, when I started being like my brothers and stuff would, everybody knew Crazy Train. That was crazy. That was, but now we're getting into some good stuff.
That's Ozzy versus Dio right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's big. All right.
Dio's an upstate New York boy from Cortland, New York.
Yes, sir. 1981 was Iron Maiden, Wrathchild. Runner-up was Ozzy's Over the Mountain. 2 years in a row. 82 was Iron Maiden's Hallowed Be Thy Name. My favorite Maiden song.
My favorite Maiden album.
Number of the Beast was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was my exposure to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing in 83 with Dio. This is my favorite album, what's coming up. But it's because it was probably my first time, like the first. That makes sense?
Yeah. Holy Diver that's an iconic album in and of itself, man. Dio's Dio. You know what I mean?
And then my life changed forever in 84.
84 was Creeping Death off of Ride the Lightning from Metallica. Runner up was
recorded in Rochester, New York at American Studios.
That's out your way.
Well, yeah, it was from Herkimer, a few hours west of me, but that was recorded in Rochester.
But that was when Metallica was amazing. That was when they were awesome. They just came in kicking ass, you know.
I think they've had moments of greatness throughout their career. I mean, this is obviously Cliff Burton and just fire, right? Like just fire. But anyway.
This was another one of my favorite albums of the 80s right here, too. 85 was Exodus with Strike of the Beast off of Bonded by Blood. One of my favorite albums of the 80s.
And this is when Exodus was considered one of the big four.
Correct. And it was actually a tour with Anthrax and Exodus. And Anthrax was the runner-up with Madhouse. Yeah. I went and saw that. It was Exodus and Anthrax was on tour. I saw that show. It was a good show. RPI, I think. Was it RPI? Glens Falls. Well, yeah, RPI, I think. 86, Angel of Death from Slayer off of Rain and Blood. Metallica, Master of Puppets was the runner-up on that one.
What's your favorite tune of Master of Puppets?
Jesus.
Welcome to Where Time Stands Still. No one leaves and no one will. Moon is
Sanitarium, right?
Just labeled mentally deranged. I dream the same thing every night. I see our freedom in my sight. No locked doors, no windows barred, no things that make our brain seem scarred. No more killing. I love it. It's my favorite. Oops. They played it when they were at TU Center last time too.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. All right, so Battery started it off. Master of Puppets. Thing that should not be. Disposable Heroes, Leper Messiah, Orion, and Damage Inc. It'd probably be, I would say, I mean, Orion is awesome because it's an instrumental.
Damage Inc. There's not a bad song on that album.
No, and Damage Incorporated just kicks your ass. So no, they're all good. I would say it would either be that Orion, the instrumental, or Damage Incorporated.
Yeah, for me it's Sanitarium. But great album. 87.
Death with Zombie Ritual. I remember this album well too. And I remember the runner-ups album, King Diamond's Abigail, was massive. I mean, that was like, I think I played the grooves out of that one. Or I had to wind the tape with a pencil way too many times, you know.
And by 88, Metallica could do no wrong.
No, and this is my favorite album from them, and it doesn't have Cliff on it.
No, I know.
Metallica's one, 1988. Slayer South of Heaven was the runner-up on that one. And people are probably going to be like, oh, that's bullshit. But that's their list. Again, not mine. Now, this album, I'm going to tell you guys something about this album that not a lot of people know. Well, if you watch the documentaries, you know that they had the bass turned like almost off for Jason Newsted.
Yeah, we had the whole interview with the guy who produced it.
Yeah.
At Johnny Morris's Monday Mayhem here on Nippertown.
That's right. And somebody went back in and remastered it and put bass into it. Like put the bass back into it. It changes this album completely. And for the better. It's awesome. If you haven't seen it, it's And Justice for Jason on YouTube. And it'll play the whole out. You'll hear the whole album with heavier bass in it. And it's like, it's mind-blowing how it changes the album.
It was cool having Steve on the show and asking him that question about it too. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. That guy had stories for days too. That could have been longer too. He had a lot of stories and cool ones too.
89.
So 89, Morbid Angel, Chapel of Ghouls, and runner-up was Toxic Waltz from Exodus.
I don't know if I remember the Morbid Angel album.
Morbid Angel was good. I liked Death Angel better. Death Angel was they were like Island Boys. They were from I don't want to say they were Samoan, but I know they were like of island descent, I believe. But they were just they were amazing, an amazing band. Death Angel was.
1990 had two of my favorite albums of all time.
All right,
and I have them reversed.
Yeah, I would reverse that for sure too. So 90, Megadeth, Holy Wars, Punishment Due, off of Rust in Peace. And the runner-up was Pantera's Cowboys from Hell. I would reverse that as well. But that's only because I can't stand Dave Mustaine, and Pantera's fucking awesome. So,
And I disagree with 91's.
yeah, I'm
runner up
gonna.
at least.
I might throw up in my mouth when I say this, but Enter Sandman from Metallica. This is where I stopped listening to Metallica. This album right here. 91 was
Bob
Enter
Rock.
Sandman.
Bob Rock killed him.
Yep. And
Bob
runner-up
Rock
was
made them pop.
Ozzy's No More Tears, which I would reverse that one too, because now you're talking. 92. This album right here.
The year I graduated high school.
This album absolutely freaking crushed. Pantera's Mouth for War, Vulgar Display of Power, probably one of my favorite albums of all time. Amazing album. Runner-up was 9 Inch Nails with Wish. I don't think that 9 Inch Nails is metal, but
industrial. But I love them. But I don't consider it metal.
Speaking of favorite albums,
yeah,
1993, man. Typo Negative off of Bloody Kisses with Black #1. Hands down, if I had a top 3 of bands lifetime that I loved, Typo is definitely 2, if not 1.
And then the runner-up with
Sepultura, Refuse Resist.
And they
excuse me.
Max Caveira and those guys, they used to come around a lot when Bogies was around.
Yes.
In one of his variation of bands or whatever, but
did you ever shoot Typo?
Nope. I don't think so.
And I don't think I can say that. I think, did you ever? I don't think you're actually supposed to say that word on YouTube, to be honest with you.
Oh, photograph. I've never photographed. I don't think I've ever photographed them. I've photographed a lot of these bands, but not them.
94. 94 Pantera, I'm Broken from Far Beyond Driven. Runner-up Megadeth, A Tout Le Monde.
Yeah, good albums. 95, I'm kind of shocked to see that. Death, I mean, a good album, but I would think that 95 metal, like 95 metal, I'm curious what they really beat out.
Death Crystal Mountain off of Symbolic was the
best album. That was the year Down came out with NOLA.
Yep.
Fear Factory had their album.
At the Gates was runner-up with Slaughter of the Soul.
Yeah, Faith No More. I guess that's not really metal, but
no, I mean back then I guess it was categorized as metal, that was before they started talking about hard rock, so they didn't have the different classifications like they do now.
Opeth came out that year. Yeah. I saw those and I was like, I don't know. I mean, Death was good. I don't know if I'd put them as the top. And especially if you're going to, in 96, do what they do here. Great album.
As far as what? 96?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tool, Anemia. Sepulture's Roots, Bloody Roots. That song scares me, dude. When he starts singing, he's like, Roots. Like, that song just scares me. I love this song, but it's like, holy shit, man. How do you sing like that, dude? But Tool, I mean, how can you go wrong with Tool? And it was funny, too, because on WVCR, obviously it's the school is very religious, so you couldn't say certain titles, and they had a song called Prison Sex, and that was one that you couldn't say. You had to call it Prison X. You couldn't say Prison Sex. Like they changed a lot of titles around, which was kind of humorous, but you weren't allowed to talk about. Definitely weren't allowed to say that on the air. That's for sure. Rammstein 97. Rammstein with Du Hast.
Dude, I'm gonna end up having a bail on you, but I want to hit to 2000. Maybe not. Yeah, because man, I'm gonna stick around for a couple more years, and I got to bail.
All right, let's go. 88, 98. Korn, Freak on a Leash. Runner up.
Still one of my favorite albums of all time.
This one's gonna be. People are gonna bitch at this one, but 99. Slipknot's Wait and Bleed. Neurosis Conjugration was the runner up.
I love Slipknot, so
I do too.
I don't think it's in the right category, but at the time it was.
Yep,
Remember
I
in
do.
'99, Slipknot was heavy.
Oh,
Compare.
yeah. 2000, Iron Maiden is with the Wicker Man. Runner up was Vader and Wings.
Yeah.
2001, Tool with I can never say this one. Lateralis. System of a Down with Ariel. System of a Down was another favorite band of mine.
So that fuzzing rock show world, did you get your 5 likes, your 5 follows?
Oh, I don't know. Jesus Christ, I didn't even look.
So here's the thing. I got to run, but I want everybody to go and share that fuzzing rock show with your friends and say, like that fuzzing rock show. Let's get them up to over 2,000 in the next couple days, at least over the 1,700. Other than that, I am signing out. I have a date with the Queen, and peace out, my brother.
Yeah, enjoy the date, man. Tell her I said hello.
Keep going. After 2000, I kind of scrolled through the list.
Oh,
I will say I will say I cheated a little bit. I just scrolled through.
Yeah.
It gets really good.
All right, good. That's good.
It gets really good, and in closer to now, it's on fire. So
all right, well, we're gonna keep rolling. Thank you for stopping in and hanging with us, man. I definitely appreciate it, and I will for sure talk to you soon.
Catch you later,
Mr. Mayor. Good evening. There he goes, the mayor of Nippertown. All right, so let's finish this list up real quick. 2002, Meshuggah with Rational Gaze. Runner up was Mastodon, March of the Fire Ants. Two great bands right there. Why do they would give me ones I can't say? Dimmu Borgir, Progenies of the Great Apocalypse, 2003. This is runner up was Maiden with. I'm not even going to say the name. Passchendaele, whatever. Give me something easy to say. 2004. We're talking Kill Switch Engaged. The End of the Heartache. Runner up was Mastodon with Blood and Thunder. 2005. Opeth, Ghost of Perdition. System of a Down with BYOB. They're runners up again. Damn it. System of a Down is all Armenian guys. That's why I like them so much. Well, mostly I like them so much. They got good music too. 2006. Tool with Vicarious, and runner up was Cannibal Corpse. Make Them Suffer. I would probably switch that one. Just me, but I would probably switch that one around. 2007. The Dillinger Escape Plan with Milk Lizard. Runner up was Machine Head with Aesthetics of Hate. I would definitely flip that one. Just me. Just saying. Again, this is their list. So 2008 is Meshuggah with Bleed. Runner up was Slipknot with Psychosocial. I would flip that one as well. 2009, Mastodon with Oblivion. The runner up was Obscura with the Anti-Cosmic Overload. Okay. Oh, it is starting to get good. He's right. Now, in 2010 was Ghost with Ritual, and runner-up was Maiden with the Talisman. I'd probably switch now. No, I'd leave Ghost there. Sorry, I hate to say that about Maiden, but I would probably leave that one the way it is. 2011, Septic Flesh, The Vampire from Nazareth. Runner-up was Anthrax with The Devil You Know. Now, I don't care who you put up against anybody. I'm putting Anthrax on top. I don't care who it is. What's up, Frank? Good to see you, bro. That was 2011. 2012, Gojira with L'Enfant Sauvage. Runner-up was High on Fire with Fertile Green. 2012, yeah, I'd keep that the way it is. I wish they would give top 5. That would be even better. If I was to do this list, I would give like top 5. That'd be cool. 2013, Ghost with Year Zero. Runner-up was Gorguts with An Ocean of Wisdom. I don't know. We'll leave that one the way it is, I guess. 2014, Behemoth with O Father, O Satan, O Son. Slipknot, the negative one, was the runner-up. We'll leave that one. Ghost with Cerise. Iron Maiden's If Eternity Should Fall was a runner-up. That's 2015. No, I would say leave it. Again, 2016 with Ghost and Square Hammer. Runner-up was Gojira and Silvera. I would change that one as well. Flip it. 2017, Code Orange with Forever. Runner-up was Paul Bear with I Saw the End. Now, this one's an interesting one. 2018, Judas Priest with Lightning Strike. This runner-up was Sleep with Giza Butler. Priest coming back strong in the 2019 Rammstein with Deutschland. Runner-up was Poppy and Concrete. We're getting there. We're almost there, guys. Oh, we're going to go there. AC/DC versus Anthrax? Nope. Doesn't matter who you put up against it. I'm going to always go with Anthrax, dude. That's just me. Hate it if you want to. I'm always going to go with Anthrax, man. That's my boys right there. 2020 was Spirit Box and Holy Roller. And runner-up was Architects with Animals. 2021. My pick would be Malefic. Just saying. 2021. Lorna Shore with To the Hellfire. Runner-up was Spirit Box with Circle With Me. So now we're up to date, guys. 2021. Those were the... And Loudwire has a playlist set up of every single song that we just talked about from 70 to 2021. It's on their website. You can play the full playlist on there, dude. It's awesome. Does it work down here though? Or you have to go to Spotify for that. Oh, they only give you like samples of it. I see. They only give you samples of it on there. The whole full playlist is on Spotify. So you can check that out if you want to. That's our list, guys. That's Loudwire's list. Anyways, it's not our list. That's Loudwire's list. But I mean, for the most part, it was okay. I think anyway. But we'll see. Where are we at? All right. I'm gonna play you guys another actually, no. I think we're at the end, right? Oh, Jesus, I'm an hour and 10 minutes in already, guys. I didn't even notice that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bore you for that long. Shit. So I'm going to end on this note, and we'll get to a couple more of these videos later next week. Murderers Row will be on next week. Brian Austin, he's a music teacher at Shaker High School. He's going to be on the show. It's probably going to be in the new year, I would imagine. But we're going to get him on there on the show, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So listen, I'm going to end with this. There is a TikTok that's trending, and I'm being serious about this, guys. This sucks, but there is a TikTok trending about tomorrow, the 17th, being like Shoot 'em Up Schools Day. Legit, no joke. It's on the news. It's all over Facebook and stuff like that. Schools are sending out emails that there's no credible threats in the area. So I mean, there's no reason to panic. There is going to be, just so you guys know, so your kids know, there's going to be extra police presence in the schools tomorrow, just as a precaution. Again, there's been nothing said that's a credible threat in this area, but I mean, it's better to be safe than sorry, that's for sure. And this shit's got to stop. I really wish. That's probably a smart move, man. That's probably a good move. I mean, they should find the person that started this and just publicly hang them by their ball bag or something. I mean, something is, I mean, that's just stupid. So, I mean, that's bullshit. Knock it off. But just, I mean, tell your kids, guys, if they're going to school tomorrow, tell your kids, just be vigilant, keep your eyes open. Don't let it ruin your day, but you know, be aware of your surroundings, all that good stuff, and be safe. That's the most important part, is to be safe. I'm just tired of it, you know. I mean, my kid's a senior in high school. He's, you know, it's his last year. But no kid should have to go through. No kid should have to go to school like being afraid that they're going to get shot or whatever. But yeah, let's just hope it's just people blowing smoke and nothing happens. Anybody that's thinking about doing it, please don't. Talk to somebody. Get help. If you're thinking about doing that, please get help. I don't know. I can't say enough about it. It's just pathetic and it sucks. So I'm going to leave you guys with a video. This one comes from Uncivil Liberty. It's from Chrome. I believe the Winners Reunion. This is We're an American Band. I will see you guys next week with Murderers Row. It's going to be a blast. Thanks you guys for stopping by. I definitely appreciate all you guys. For those of you that, well, no, you guys all better tune in next week for sure. That'll be like our Christmas show, Murderers Row. I mean, how can you go wrong? Make sure you guys are tuned in next week. That's it for me. Put this one in the books. I'll see you guys next week. Here's Mark there, right there. And Richie. What's up, Richie? Special guest Paul Ruckert. There he is.
Celebrate. My name's Sean. I love you.